Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
If I get electrocuted.
Hello, AfterBuzzers, and welcome to our live Pretty Little Liars after show. I'm Stephanie Wenger, and we are here talking about the season finale of Pretty Little Liars. It is episode 25. Welcome to the Dollhouse. And if you haven't already, subscribe to AfterBuzz on AfterBuzz at www.youtube.com, AfterBuzz TV. And you can also subscribe to us on iTunes and SoundCloud, and use the hashtag AllNightABTVPLL, and we'll be sure to check out your tweets. And you can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Wenger.
Hey guys, I'm Kristin Strange. You can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange.
Hey, I'm Hannah Prichard, and you can find me on Twitter at @TheHotShotDude.
Hey, I'm Heather Joy Smith, and you can find me on Twitter at Heather Joy Smith.
And we have an amazing panel from the show with us tonight. We are so excited to have you all here. And let me go ahead and introduce you all. So all the way across from me is Roma Maffia. So amazing to have you here, Linda Tanner, and Lesley Fera, Veronica Hastings, of course. Miranda Mayo, of course, played Talia, and William Bradley, Johnny. Woo!
Just Will.
So excited to have you all, and thank you for joining us live at the YouTube Space LA, an amazing facility that we are so excited to take part and, do our live after show from here tonight. So let's jump into this episode and talk about, I think, a big reveal as we've been teasing for so long. Yeah. Who is this Charles person? We see him in the mask. Do you have any big predictions on who this is? I want to turn to my panel first, and then I'll jump over to you guys.
I think it's Andrew.
Andrew,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Andrew?
We know
Yes.
he's too old to be in high school.
Absolutely.
We've been saying
He's
that.
blonde like a De Laurentiis. It fits.
He kind of looks like Jason a
little
little
bit.
bit. Little similarities.
All right, I could see. I feel like that, or maybe a twin.
Well,
Yes.
I think he is the twin.
Yes, I think he's
But
a
I
twin.
think he's Jason's twin.
Okay,
Yes.
I can see that. So a nice twist on the Bucks. What about you? I mean, you may know something that you can't share, but what do you think?
I don't know anything I can't share.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can't say.
Well, good, then you can give us some honest predictions.
I feel like if it were Andrew, then whenever he has the things on and he's doing the thing
Yeah.
with the laptop, it would have been like a bigger deal. But I mean, at the same time, I don't know. What do you've got some
It
theories.
was brilliant. At the beginning, before the episode even started, tell him what you said, Les.
Over to you.
My theory was that it was indeed Andrew.
Yeah.
But who knows? We don't ever really know.
She also brought up the twin. You also brought up the twin theory.
I
That was your
did. I
idea,
brought up
was
the twin theory. I did with
brilliant.
Jason.
And the two boys.
I'm getting fed directly from
Rosewood High. I think it's a parent.
A parent? So here?
That's what I'm hoping for, I think.
So you think multi-generational? It's something we talk about on our show all the time, that the A could have an older component to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any suspects you're thinking of?
I don't know, Mrs. Hastings seems so gung-ho about getting her daughter back.
Yeah.
Right?
She seems to be on team I'm on the good guys.
Well, yeah.
It would seem that way. A for actress.
Yes.
That would be the best ending, just like A
Yes.
for actress.
We're all A.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
That's the metaphor. We were all
Yes.
I really
We all have a
could be,
little
hey,
bit.
you know,
of
it's-
don't we?
I feel like A might be like this philanthropist because everybody like started working together at the end and was like, oh, let's get Tanner actually listen to Caleb. I feel like A's just gonna come out and be like, see, I did this all so you would all let go of your secrets and come together as a town.
So
love one another.
Heavily invested in the mental well-being of the people in this town.
Yes.
So invested in their
He
happiness.
wants a community.
Yes.
Couldn't he have chosen a better community though to help if he's really that powerful? I mean, like,
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
First stop Rosewood, next stop Washington.
There you go.
you could start in Johannesburg if you really want to help people out. Though. I mean,
That's hopeful.
I know, that's so hopeful. That's probably not the case. Here's hoping.
Exactly. Well, your impression was perfect, so we'll go back to it a few times for any impressions.
I also want to talk about the tone of the show tonight. Completely different. It's something that Marlene King talked about, that this season finale was going to be like nothing we'd ever seen on Pretty Little Liars, and really nothing that we'd seen on TV before. And so, what did you guys think of that? Did you like the tone? Did you like the switch, or was it too big of a jump for you?
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. It was something different that we haven't seen, so I like that aspect of it. It's kind of like the past few episodes has kind of been the same, so this was a nice, jump off from where we've been.
I read the funniest article today about how is Pretty Little Liars the new Orange is the New Black. I was like, I don't think we're going quite that far, but yes. And what about you? What did you think when you first saw the script? It's something kind of different for the show.
I thought it was really exciting. It's kind of creepy. We were saying sort of like Twin Peaks-ish. It was very, I like the tone of it. I hope that they continue it throughout the next season.
Yeah, I like surrealism in television that way. I mean, my favorite thing about it though was watching the girls like come together and the way and coming up. I mean, that's my favorite thing about watching the show anyway. It's just the way that they play off each other. And
I always say that I love it when the four girls are together. When they're separated, it's never as successful. Their plans tend to go awry, and when the four girls, they're strongest together for sure.
Yeah.
And Spencer was the first person to have the kind of taking a step back. I love that she looked under the chair to figure out. Like, do you guys remember that scene when she looks under the chair and she finds the what is that, the warranty or the barcode?
The barcode.
It was so smart for her.
She's
to jump
always the first.
Because
one
what can you do to take this whole weird situation and make it something that's dealable and realistic? And I thought that was smart of them, the writers, and on the characters' part, but the writers especially. I thought that was a cool moment.
Absolutely, and it's cool to finally see them all on the same team. Like everybody's coming together and
Even
working
Mona.
against Dana.
Yeah.
Even Mona.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We didn't.
Yeah.
I know, we didn't even go there yet.
She's nutty, but she's alive. I mean, she's
She's playing.
She actually-
I know. It's an antic disposition.
Yeah. She actually seems more with it than normal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, than ever before. Empowered.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to reveal that she had been driven insane just by all the sounds and all the stuff they were doing. Maybe that's why she thinks she's Allie. But anyway, no, that's cool.
I'm so curious to see the backstory on what she's been doing this whole time that she's been gone, and how did she get there?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, sounds like she's gone through
Why
hell.
wasn't that the first question they asked her?
Right.
I wondered that too.
Why did
How did you get here?
What do you do? Yeah, I would. But anyway, hey,
There were a couple things that I was upset about. Like when A comes and you see Charles or whatever.
Beat him!
Yeah, they're there's 4 of you, there's 5 of you. Get him, snatch the mask off.
We thought the same thing. We were like,
Calm
why are you
yourself.
running?
I know.
And then Spencer was like this close to him. I'm like, just reach over and
Grab
grab
that
the
sucker
mask.
off. I know, that's what.
And who moves that fast?
No, I know.
Was he gone? Was it a hallucination? What was it?
Didn't even have to throw a smoke bomb down. He was
No,
just
he
gone.
was
It
just
crazy.
ninja.
Poof,
Oh,
he's
that
a phantom.
moment too, when he has the smoke gun or whatever, and they're all in the back of the truck, and they're like, "Don't hurt us."
Oh, yeah. I was
Jump
saying,
him!
Go after him!
Yeah.
There's 4 of you!
Yes.
Please!
I don't think they realize their own strength yet.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
know.
that's what it's all.
And you didn't know also if he had a gun. He was pointing something, so you didn't know. So that makes sense.
He's pointing something.
But I think it makes sense that they would change.
He looked like he had a gun. Roma doesn't say much, but when she does,
Roma speaks the truth. I think it makes sense that they would have to change the tone around into a different kind of genre, a different sort of feel, because when you have that much build-up, it's you have to throw something in there that can encapsulate all that tension and all of those expectations and allow you to play and allow you to have surprises and things like that. So I thought it was kind of smart that they brought in this whole other feel.
Realm.
It was
Yeah.
it was really fun. I bet it was fun for them to write too. That was
I
cool.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and moving them into this dollhouse takes you immediately outside of that high school environment for sure.
Oh,
And
The danger is real, more real, suddenly becomes more real. In a way.
exactly, and they're trapped in this, and you kind of. I felt like the way they filmed it also allowed me to kind of feel like, what would it be like if you were really in that situation, and you would panic, and that's what you kind of saw them doing tonight for sure.
But I mean, it was the dollhouse or jail, so.
I know. That's what I said. I said,
the
wow.
dollhouse.
At least they have a really comfortable bed.
Yeah.
And they have a room that looks like their own bedroom.
Yes, they can
How
go to
frightened can you get, really? I mean, well.
But they have only each other for the rest of their lives, maybe. That
Yeah.
could be a
That's
little
better
annoying.
than you can find in jail.
Agreed.
Good point. Though
always
we
better than jail.
did talk about what would happen if they walked into the room and A was there, but he's actually surrounded by like 15 biker dudes with like bats and stuff. Maybe it's not so good here.
Amazingly good point. Yeah. Like, jail versus dollhouse, you do have to think which one
it's
would
your
you rather
bedroom.
be? Dollhouse, because at least you're like with your friends, like you
Yeah.
can see each other. And
Date game or laundry. Date game.
exactly. And
Yeah.
also like it is
Yeah, but
that
if you guys played that dating game, it's really boring.
No, but
I mean, like I'm just saying, if that's the only thing they have in the playroom for the rest of their lives,
That's
I don't know. If I-
And, no,
I just shoot myself.
and blocks.
Yeah.
And-
But-
oh, and
and
blocks.
letter blocks.
Oh, yeah, block.
So
That
like,
would
cut
be
to 4
great
years
learning
later, they're
experience.
like degenerated to children. Playing blocks and playing the dating game. So.
and we got so nervous when we were watching because when the blocks at first it didn't say, of course, Charles, and we were like, what was that? Like, can we rewind? And like we were watching in a TV that you couldn't, and we were like, what do we do?
Yeah, we all thought we just couldn't spell.
Yeah.
What is? I can't tell what that says. Nope. Do you guys know that word? I don't know that word.
And then I think it was Heather who was like 7 letters, and we got it, and yeah, it made sense.
Yeah, because Marlene has kind of teased in the past that whoever A is has 7 letters, so Charles is 7 letters.
The audience is loving
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
A-N-D-R-E.
W, no.
W.
That's 6.
Only 6 letters.
Maybe Andrew's his middle name.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's Charles.
Charles Andrew De Laurentiis.
That's
Oh.
yeah.
it's a good name.
That's a good, yeah.
It's a good strong.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
And what do you think? See, that kind of throws out the idea. All these fans have tweeted me all season that Aria would be A. Is that too obvious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted her to be A. Like I don't want her to be A, but I think it would be interesting for one of them to be involved, more involved than.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if it's anyone, I feel like it would be Hannah.
I thought
I agree.
she's been a little bit sketchy this season.
Yeah.
It would make me mad if it ended up being one of them.
That's
I'd be
what
like,
that's
really,
what you
all
were
this
saying,
time and it's
Will.
one
Like
I
it would
was saying
be.
it would be like sort of a, like a bit. Not, I mean, it would be interesting, and if they made it work, you can make it work. But I feel like it would be kind of a betrayal of sorts
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
followed them through so much,
Yeah.
and you know, there's like it's cool to throw in surprises like that. But I do feel like that if you have the 4. I don't know. I mean,
think
also
it's
it's just also
limiting,
because then
too.
it
Yeah.
makes you feel like your entire experience of the past 7 years is like has been a bit of a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean? Like, so-
imagine would feel.
That's true.
Help the other girls, yeah.
Give you an insight into their worlds.
But it would be really cool. I mean, you would never see that coming.
Right?
I mean, she'd have to go back and retrace all the steps because so
Yeah, that
many
would
things
be
have
fun.
happened to the girls at
Yes.
this point.
That would be fun.
It would. It would
Yeah.
be really cool. But I'd still be
I
disappointed.
know.
I
Yeah.
think I made this comparison in the past that like the movie Now You See Me, like where you get all the answers to the end of the film, right? Yeah. And like that's what it would have to be is you would go through the whole series and then you would have to see like how they got all this
Right.
done.
Yeah.
In order you just would have so many questions and that would lead me to wanting a whole nother season of the show at the
But
end.
see, I've been watching season 3
maybe
because thinking that I was gonna get answers from season 3 because that's what I was told.
Naturally.
That's what
Both the seasons.
That's what they said. They were like, if you watch season 3, you'll get the answers.
Wait, who said this?
Marlene King, I think. She
Really?
said she gave
She's just messing
Right?
with you.
She ruined my whole
She can say anything.
Let's see how many people do this.
I
Yeah.
watched season 3 and I don't have any answers.
Yes, agreed.
Like, where does it say Charles? I don't see it.
So there was not one. You
Not
don't remember
in-
one.
Not one place am I like, there could be a Charles.
Isn't season 3 though when Andrew is introduced?
Selling drugs.
Boom.
Somebody say yes.
Selling drugs. Selling drugs.
Was it? Was it
Sketchy.
But that's not a sketchy. That's like like my hometown sketchy. That's not like it's a different kind of thing. I mean, it's like no one. I don't think he's that kind of criminal or she or whoever it is.
I know. Well, and are we all? I guess we're all pretty certain now that A is a man or a guy.
I don't
I'm
know.
not certain of anything.
I thought
I love watching your head shakes down at the end.
I feel like I just get the feeling that Roma knows more than she's saying. I just have the
I
feeling.
know.
Are you doing real detective work outside of filming?
I'm only recurring.
I will say that Detective Tanner is the only person that I actually trust, and everyone thinks that I'm crazy.
I totally disagree with that.
I do too. Sorry.
I think she's the only trustworthy person so far. I have no
Thank
reason
you.
not to trust
I
her.
like your shirt.
I mean,
The
so
only one.
I feel like
Sorry.
you might be on that boat by yourself. Unfortunately,
I might.
well, two of you. That's good. But I see, even Sarah Shepard, we had this in News and Gossip, said that you were the most suspicious out of everyone.
I don't agree with that.
Let's look at the
I don't know. I had some moments. I had some moments where I was a little bit. I had some suspicious moments with her, especially.
There's
this
nothing
episode.
good going on with her. Never.
I didn't have suspicious moments. I just had really irritated, frustrated moments. Like in the last episode where Caleb shows the picture. Yes. You know, which you had a good point.
Poor Caleb.
I know. I just didn't want to hear it, I guess. So, but I don't think. How do you become? Because you're chief, right?
I'm a lieutenant.
You're a lieutenant. You can't become a lieutenant doing dirt. Maybe you can. I don't know.
I don't know. Look at New York. I don't know.
I was about to say, do it. And let's open up
LA,
now
I don't
discussion
know.
about police,
right.
police brutality and corruption inside the police force. You can make it to any level with corruption, I promise you.
But I do want to ask you, do you think that the police department, we always hear from fans that it's super corrupt and that, like, they're the problem in Rosewood, that this is, like, the core of the problem. So do you feel like that is...
I want to say one
That's
thing.
shock on
I'm
her face.
horrified by that statement. And I just want to say, it's amazing to me that fans don't like Tanner, Lieutenant Tanner, because she's really trying to, it's not me speaking, it's her. She's really trying to get Rosewood to be a clean, non-murdered town. She's trying to find the murderer. And it keeps multiplying. So I don't get it.
Kristin, your favorite tonight,
yeah.
because I asked the police corruption question. It's cool. But I felt like you were running for office and you were just like, I am owning this. Like, I got this. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I will say, if she's trying to end murders in Rosewood, it's not going well. For her, 'cause there's been like 9 in 5 years.
We've been under budget. We are under budget.
Not really.
Wait,
Mona's
oh right,
not,
never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mona's not dead.
Mona's not dead. Allie's not dead.
I was just going on
People are
the. I was
not
going on the
dead.
trailer that they were.
Yeah,
they
the
were stuck in
trailer was
the
like,
house. I was
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like,
I
how many
think
murders are
we're
there?
at 7 murders.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
what
think
she
we're
needs
now
to
at
figure
7.
out is how to make people stop faking their death. Because that seems to
Yes.
be a bigger
Right.
Yeah,
problem
that's
than
a
the
bigger
murders.
problem.
We need to expand on the
I'll tell her.
therapist, psychology.
Yeah, everyone needs therapy.
Maybe she'll
Side,
fake her
yes.
own this season.
Right?
She's like, I'm done.
She's like, forget this.
Done with this.
You ungrateful people.
And that brings me to another question that I always wonder about. As a parent in Rosewood, why has she allowed her kid to stay in Rosewood?
Very good question.
That's an excellent question.
Thank you.
I like the scones at the local coffee shop. I think that I think that that's why. No, I have no. The parenting is a little questionable at all times. I don't know why we haven't all just moved on. But also, I'm a lawyer and I feel dutiful to my job. Although, yes, I wish I was in court. Though a lawyer that's never been in court before, it's baffling.
Just
but
always with paperwork.
yes,
Suspicious that.
Well, that means you're a good lawyer. You can settle your cases out of court.
yes.
If you don't get to court, then I mean that's a good thing. That means you're a good lawyer.
I know. Either that or something else. Yes, that's true.
So jumping back to the episode, do you think that she's going to, she kind of joins up with the guys to figure out what's happening with the girls? That's an interesting way of stating that. But do you think that they're going to find answers in those boxes?
Oh, I didn't. Wow, that's a good question. I don't know. I possibly. I mean, possibly we'll dig up a lot of dirt about ourselves, most likely.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more Hastings secrets than answers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just about Melissa alone.
You
I
did
think.
say Melissa. There was a moment because we were in there watching the thing, and we were going like, okay, we started calling out names, and we said Melissa for a moment.
There's always so many secrets around the
Yeah.
Hastings. It's kind of, we monopolize the secrets in the town.
Old family.
That's how it goes, though, right? Like with the families who kind of try and put on the appearance that everything is fine and that everything is perfect usually have the most
Yeah.
dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like that.
Yeah.
We just cover up with pearls. With pearls and diamond earrings.
And fabulous lip color.
You do as well, though, I think, personally.
What?
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
both of you.
We're lip colors.
Yeah, so let's
On that
I
note,
just made our executive producer laugh, so I feel really good about it. I want to get back to the episode though, because that's why we're here, and talk more about this Mona reveal. Is that where we expected Mona to be?
No.
No.
No. I mean, I kind of knew she was alive, but that's definitely not what I expected at all.
Well, I still need answers for that dead body then of Mona that they showed episodes back. If she's alive, why we saw a dead body in a trunk? She was blue.
Someone
So-
tweeted us that if you get knocked out for long enough, then like that'll start to happen, but then you wake back up.
oh.
Who tweeted you that?
How would they know that?
What are they doing with their free time?
How would they know that?
That fan.
I'll look it up.
A little too much information, maybe.
And her hair, I guess that's why she needs the wig, too, because
No,
her
it's her
hair's
hair.
gone.
It's her hair.
Yeah.
She like touched
That
her,
was
yeah.
That can't be.
Remember with the, wait,
It's glued on.
No, yeah, that was the
Permanently
funniest
Or it's a
Velcroed.
weave.
That was good.
Yeah, it's a weave.
A is
oh, it's
a
a
hair
weave.
is
yeah.
a hairstylist.
And then the part where Hannah was just like eating.
The wig.
Yeah.
Donuts.
Pie.
I was like, this is
I
awesome.
love them together so much.
Yeah.
I love watching their energy together. It's so much fun.
I know Shay's reactions, just the
whole time.
whole time she was
She just had these great, I mean, like, I feel like she was the only one that knew that she was in an episode of Twin Peaks. Like, wait a minute. No.
I always feel like she knows more than she's telling.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, Shay, just maybe the way she acts it, I don't know.
She does seem the most innocent.
Yeah.
In a little bit,
Yeah.
kind of a sketchy way, maybe.
There was a friend of mine had a theory that since Emily was Allison's lover, that would be motive for her to be A. But Allison's not A, so I guess that might have kind of knocked that
Oh, that
theory
was-
out.
Story, Miranda.
There's so many theories.
No, I mean, I think we get theories all day, every day from our fans who watch our show, and so I literally could sit here and test all my theories against you guys, but I feel like that's probably not the way to go.
That's a much longer show.
Yeah, you need to devote a whole show
Yeah.
to the theories alone.
Exactly. And what did you think about the prom situation? I thought that was a really interesting way to end it, to have this like pseudo prom thing where that was where the reveal happened.
Well, it made sense for the corsage and the tux that we saw at the end of last episode.
I was just like, where did all these dresses come from? Because prom dresses are really expensive, and that's a lot of money.
And their makeup.
Yeah.
That's what I wondered. I was like, who
The
did her
makeup and the hair. Yeah, that
Right?
You're right.
I didn't see any curling irons.
No.
Yes, and
No,
Hannah's hair
I-
was curled.
Oh, it was curled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all kinds of makeup going on,
lot of
false
smoky
lashes.
eyes.
It's almost like they had a team of makeup artists.
It's almost like
Behind
that.
waiting
Isn't
for
that
those.
funny?
They really hooked them up.
I know, right? I know. It's really not so
What a
bad. It's
nice
kind of,
thing. Jail, makeup, and hair.
I know.
I actually thought it was really cool. I did. I thought the prom thing was cool because I think it's also really cool in a show that takes place that uses all of this kind of like the images and the iconography that the show uses of like the high school stuff for it to culminate in this messed up prom scene, because like the prom is prom is messed up for everybody anyway. Like everyone, to me, I don't know if anyone else's prom memories, But I'm saying it's, but like to see it in like this show and to have it be this actually where everyone's literally a mannequin as opposed to just, I mean, I thought it was symbolic and interesting and cool, and like that we're all, like, oh, we're surrounded by, mannequins.
Which I totally would have been busting a move with one of those mannequins. Absolutely. Why nobody was going down and just.
The dresses were fabulous.
They were.
They
They
did such a great job.
Cool, and,
Wigs. A is rich.
I know. I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe it's
where does
Lana
A
Del
get
Rey.
all their money? I don't know.
So maybe it is a parent.
Or a drug dealer. That would make sense now. Again, if we go back to that.
See?
Right?
that is the question. Is like, what is this all about? Like, I guess that, but reason that always. Sorry,
Yeah.
I shouldn't even brought that up. Like, why is he doing it? Why are they doing it?
I know no one's asked that question.
Why, what does she want from these girls?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I would have asked when we saw the masked guy. Why? That's
Right?
Why was
exactly.
the first thing that you thought?
I mean,
Forget keeping it cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And did anyone else think that was a wig, right? I mean, the mask and the
Yeah,
A. That
we
was
talked
no
about
way,
that.
no
Wondering
way
that.
that's that dude's real hair.
Yeah.
No, it was quite poofy.
No, it's like
real styled up
it's
there.
like Count
Comfy.
Dracula. It was like it was so perfectly coiffed.
Which is why it might be a woman.
Yeah.
Still.
Really? You think so?
Maybe
fit it
not.
on.
Right? The
I don't have
style
any
is too
idea. No,
impeccable.
like I don't know. I have no idea.
I know, well-
it does seem like it needs to be someone who's physically imposing, but women can be physically imposing.
That's true.
I think they're banking on that
As she looks
stereotype.
at me. As she looks at me.
Well, but no, but I think
I get it.
They are. I think they are banking on the stereotype that women are not physically imposing by showing because whenever like
Right.
it opens up the thing. And
So it
looks
could be
this,
someone who
but-
else is in charge.
Yeah.
And
Which is why
You said-
got a little bit of a. I don't know. You got to think about Tanner right now. I'm thinking it's Tanner.
I feel like you're all pointing fingers at each other.
We're the only ones here.
because we just don't know.
We don't have any
That's
idea.
what happened. Want to point a finger at someone else like, who's not here? That would give us clues for sure.
What was the feedback from people? Were they happy that they found out a little
No,
bit
I was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or really
were
upset
upset.
that you just
I-
didn't really know for sure still?
I thought that I was getting this big A reveal.
Yeah.
And
Oh
all
yeah,
it
yeah. No,
is
I was totally upset about
is
that.
a name and like again a body with a mask, which I've seen before, so I know what he looks like. I just don't know what his face looks
Right.
like. That's what I wanted. I even if it would have like taken it off and I would have seen his face, I'd have been happy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I feel like Charles is still not our answer. I feel like that's a cover-up
Because
once
we
again.
still don't know
Yeah.
who Charles is. It's not like we knew who he was before.
Right.
And
Oh yeah, Charles is A.
Yeah.
Which is,
What does that mean?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
they got to create Charles for
Yeah.
us. You know?
Well, we know he's a sibling, right? I mean, they kind of implied that he was the twin and Allison's older sister, but then that would lace you into it because aren't you actually Jason's birth mother? Or
No,
is it
no,
her?
she's
No,
not.
in fact,
it's
no,
the
it's my husband who is the
Is-
birth father.
So then Spencer would also be related to this.
That would be her half. That's why I said that's her half brother, possibly.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yes.
so crazy? Like that is why I'm kind of now becoming a believer in this multi-generational
Yeah, that's true.
theory. See? you won't tell me anymore about.
I feel like you know something.
Yeah.
She's like,
She does.
You're like, yeah, I had a whole conversation. No worries. Like, I know everything. I know exactly who A is. Do we think though that this Charles person on a larger A team?
absolutely.
Well,
Yeah. There's no way.
Team of A's.
Yeah. I don't feel like.
Whole Daler and family.
Yeah, that could be. I think that could be.
Or maybe it's kind of like
Anything you do right now is under.
Oh, what?
It's not a team of A's. It's only one.
Wow.
or maybe A is just using all these people to like do the dirty work by blackmailing them too. So that's how it's getting like minions.
Yeah.
So it's really one person, but it has all these minions because it's blackmailing them.
Well, I still think Toby and Caleb are involved.
Okay,
I don't know why,
Really?
but I think that they
I
are.
think
Wow.
Caleb especially actually.
Right,
I
because he
think
does all the
maybe
tech
Caleb.
stuff.
That's
I mean,
what I said.
but he- but they-
I
but they
said
play-
that.
I mean,
we were
if he
talking
plays
about
it
that tonight,
so-
maybe, but I don't know. That would be so awful.
And
that would be so sad.
Yeah, and they sent him to another town. He had a whole nother show.
I
He
know.
was A.
I know.
what
So
I
if he
got
was,
like, he had-
yes,
too, that's
you know, he
why.
was
Which
somewhere
is
else.
true,
So how
but
could
that
he do all
character,
that?
shoot, what's her name? I even wrote it down. Mrs. Grinwald was in Ravenswood, but that is also the one who saved Mona.
Right.
So there's still
Al-
a connection
Allie.
there. Yeah, saved Allie. So there's still a connection there. So I mean, he still could have gone on that show and still been involved in some capacity. in Ravenswood.
That's true. Or if
We
we had
all
people
have bigger
working for
plans.
him.
Pretty sure that, I mean, I feel like A can do anything from anywhere. So
Absolutely.
There's really no, you know what I mean? There's like.
But I don't know if he would have had a spin-off had the idea been to make him A in the first
agree.
place.
I don't
Right.
think they know yet who A is.
I kind of
really
agree
don't.
with you. I kind of agree with you. I think
don't.
that they're trying to figure it out
Yeah.
too, and then
Yeah.
they're listening to all of us. And
like,
they're
exactly.
Oh no, never mind. It's not Tony. Sorry. They're gonna be like, we were like, never mind.
They're running out of
Gotta
options.
get Caleb back from Ravenswood
Yeah,
now.
right?
No, I think that they're. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Is
I mean,
anybody? Oh, sorry. go
no,
ahead.
dude, no.
No, I was just wondering, is anybody crushing on Mr. Keegan Allen? I mean, he was looking mighty fine.
I
in
did
that,
say,
in that police uniform.
I did
And
say
my
in the
God.
uniform, and he had the whole thing down.
Oh, he was working it today.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
that
he
whole
really
thing.
he loved doing that.
Yeah.
He got it.
Whenever,
Like
whenever we,
whipping it around.
He loves the cop
Whenever he
action.
drove me off in
He
the
does.
cop car, we literally like spent like 20 minutes driving around the set and then just talking about like, this is what it's like to be a cop. He's a really funny guy. He's
Right.
awesome. He loves
Well,
that
his
stuff,
practice paid off because it really, he sold
He
it
was
today.
very convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I believed it.
these girls were loving it for sure. Like we were all talking about it. So, and Ezra, what do we think about Ezra being so upset when we can't find the girls? He has this kind of on and off relationship with
That was sweet.
yeah.
He punched a wall. He
Yeah.
he damaged a hand. That's
Yeah.
really serious. That's love
That was
right there.
That was so embarrassing.
When there's physical violence involved, that's love.
He's passionate.
He is.
Yeah.
But how could you not? I mean, given their history, I'm sure we've all experienced that, where it's like you have somebody that you've been in a relationship with, but just because you're not together, it doesn't mean that you don't love them and care about them and, you know, would care if they got kidnapped and might be dead. You know, like just even if they're not together, he can still care about her well-being.
Kick a wall.
Yeah. At the
I
very
thought he kicked
least.
the wall, by the way. I'm sorry. Is
No,
that
no,
a,
no.
Is that a debate?
Did he hit the wall?
He hit the
he
wall.
definitely-
He punched the wall.
He punched the wall,
Oh,
right?
okay. I just wasn't
Yeah.
watching close enough.
I think I missed the whole wall.
I did
We
too.
did the whole. I think I missed the wall.
It was a little moment. It was a great
It's a
moment.
little moment,
for-
and
for-
who-
it was
for
when I
Ian.
was
He had a
running,
great
And
take.
Caleb offered, or what? Toby offered to get him ice or something.
Yeah, I'll get you ice. Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah, that's a bro.
And he was like, "No, I need ice. He wants the pain. I want the pain in my hand. Use it to find Arya."
Well, if Andrew does end up being A, then I mean, Arya, I think will run right back into Ezra's arms. Yeah.
If she
I mean, that's
can.
still-
I'm certain she's into Andrew anyway.
No.
Well, no,
I
he's
don't.
just
I
kind of
don't
like a
think he's sweet
placeholder.
dude, but I
Yeah.
don't think she's feeling it.
Well, maybe he
She keeps
was-
forgetting dates with him, but she's busy.
Do you know what's also weird
But-
with the whole Andrew maybe being a De Laurentiis thing? Because Jason kissed Arya and was like kind of into her like way back when. So now Andrew's kind of into her. That's kind of weird. That like
Oh
man the same
yeah.
taste in women.
Now, if Andrew had a thing with Ashley's or Hannah's mom, that's when it would all come full circle.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened.
Wow.
That happened.
Yeah, we try to forget about that one.
That did happen?
It did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was a steamy affair. Almost broke up her marriage.
Wow.
Well, her
And
marriage
it's-
to be.
Yes.
And did.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
So,
Always something to think about, for sure. That is crazy thoughts. All right, so I want to go to the end of the episode and know, we were all talking about the way it ended and that we have this kind of wide shot of the girls being trapped. Where are they? Are they in the middle of a forest, the forest we always see, or is it somewhere else?
Your favorite trees.
My favorite trees.
Well,
That is
in
what I
that
always talk
cabin, which
about.
we always see, that cabin is reused for everything. Everything. Every time they're anywhere but Rosewood,
Yeah.
cabin, same cabin. Every time, oh, cabin, camp, cabin.
There's a cabin.
They're
It
trapped
is,
somewhere, cabin.
It is actually.
But what's the
Yeah, it's
significance
used
of the apple farm?
they dress it up?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
The significance of the apple farm.
Yeah.
Something's there. I don't know. I don't know why I did that, but I don't know what that would be. I wonder what that is.
The apple farm
Something to
that
think
you
about.
used to take your kids to.
You know.
Oh.
You think-
But it
she
also,
thinks she knows.
but the stuff about the, you know, one thing, and maybe this was already a part of the show, and I just don't quite remember. But it also implies that this all started like way longer ago than I mean, like this whole thing is way deeper than just like the beginning of the first episode and like when I mean, like there's an old wound here that A is trying to get whatever. Yeah. I don't know, what's the word for that? Prod.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, like there's something. I mean, that night, like that's what it seems to imply to me that there's, unless I was already a part of it, but I thought that it was the first time that it ever meant to me, like, oh, this is something way older than.
Well, Mona says A has a soul.
Exactly.
Or didn't know that A has a soul.
Oh.
So it's someone who's damaged.
We still don't know she has a soul.
Yeah,
we don't know.
I didn't really
argument
catch that.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard her say it, but I don't understand why she thought it.
The pictures of the kids and.
That doesn't mean you have a soul.
Well, they're hurt and damaged to some capacity. They have a motive.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
like
if he was a vampire, couldn't be filmed. So if you're not a vampire, you have a soul.
That's all that was. She was
So much insight.
making it very clear that this is not the Vampire Diaries.
Exactly.
This is not science fiction.
That's how she knew.
This is a human being. Got it.
It's not an alien.
Also, was it just me or in the video, the home video, was she holding a fake baby?
Well, I
And
don't.
like they knocked on, like the little kid like knocked on the
head. I saw that.
And it was pretty blatant.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe
it started there. I
Yeah,
don't know.
an evil twin.
It might
I
have
did
been,
see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because
I
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm sorry. I did not see this wooden baby thing. I'm sorry.
It's supposed to be Allison as a baby. Right.
Yeah, it's Allison.
No, there were clearly two blonde kids. I mean, like I didn't miss
blonde
that.
kids.
There
Yeah.
were clearly two blonde kids.
Yeah,
running
and
around.
They hit the baby
And
on the
baby.
head.
And that was Allison's mom.
And it was, but that's what I'm saying is, am I just being overly critical, like, oh, props, it's fake, or
They would have edited that out. I
That's
mean,
what
they
I'm
wouldn't have put a
saying.
sound. They would have.
I think it probably plants a seed of why that child had to be removed from.
yes, oh, exactly.
And Jason would have been what? Like
I know. I have these moments where I'm so authentically like, upset and riled up.
moment. For sure. It's like, what's gonna happen? I need to know. And I feel like that is how we, when we watch the show, all are, is that we just want more information. It's like never enough. Even though this was like a big reveal tonight, we were all like, we still want more.
Well,
But
man,
if if that was Jason, doesn't he remember having another kid around?
No, they seem pretty small, didn't they?
He was traumatized.
Because he's quite
They
a bit
seem like
older
they're
than
like
Allison.
two. They looked about 2
But
years
he's I
old.
know he's quite a bit older than Allison. He's
Oh,
like
wait, yeah, that's
5
right.
or 6 years older than her. So he would have remembered like a brother.
But if the baby was made of wood,
That.
then it couldn't have been Allison because we all know that Allison is not made of wood.
Or maybe it's not Allison, maybe it's another sibling, yet
Okay.
another.
Okay,
Who
gotcha.
knows?
Yeah.
This family. Well,
so
and then it would make sense if we talk about how messed up
Yeah,
things were when
I
they
don't
were
know.
kids. Why Allison is lying all the damn time.
Yeah.
But also, wouldn't we know that there were twins initially?
Yeah, you
And
would.
so that's another secret that perhaps.
And foreshadow why they were like, there's secrets about you too, Hastings.
Yeah, but
be
let's open up
careful."
these boxes.
Butcher knife? What was that?
That was so foreboding. Actually, that shot of him like grabbing the knife and it just kind of hung there for a second. It was like,
I thought we were looking for another murder.
Whoa, no,
Knife down.
Yes. And they were like the office kind of boxes. You just lift the top off. I think there was maybe like one strip of tape, a little unnecessary with the
Right,
butcher
right.
knife.
You can just if you get your finger, if you just get started, it's all you need. You don't have to-
Yeah.
I think they're just unused tapes of old Nolan North voiceover work.
It might be.
That's all
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to hide. I think that's what he was so terrified about.
His earlier career.
Yeah.
So let's jump into a little more about you all on our panel and find out what's going on with, so this was this big reveal tonight. What was your reaction when you first saw it in the script?
So Susie, for you two, since you.
Yeah.
You
So
are.
I-
We don't know what
I didn't
happened.
read that script, but I did know immediately that I was not A. So I'm not on a set right now. I'm not, so I know that.
You were like, I figured that one out. That's what I learned.
I figured I wasn't A either.
Is that what you figured?
You were like,
We've got.
She's just decided she's not A. She's like, I don't accept it. I'm not gonna. say it.
exactly. You're like, I'm good. I'm running for public office, and I'm gonna take it.
I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of the detail. I think it was left out of our.
Well, because it was so. Yeah, it was very secretive. The last script.
The last episode.
So
Yeah, when we had the table read, I don't
Yeah.
remember all of the details. So
Yeah.
it was like discovering a lot of it myself.
That's cool.
Yeah. So.
And we also have some fan-submitted questions for you. So now that Tanner saw the girls alive with Mona, will Allie and the others be free of charge?
no.
Come on.
Answer, no, just
broke
no,
the
that's all I can
law.
get from you?
I don't mean to be mean. She's not mean. But she's doing her job.
She runs a tight ship.
She runs it tight.
And I have to say, oh, go on. No.
Well, I was just gonna say, and technically, like once that gavel goes down,
Thank you.
Yeah, you have to. It's a process. If you want, you can appeal, and that's a whole nother process. But then, yeah, Allison's not just gonna be released.
But even
Yeah.
if Mona's like, hey, I'm alive,
Still,
that's
there's
not like a.
No, that was a lot of trickery.
Yeah.
And another fan question for you, Roma. How do you feel about having a horrible police department that, and not me, I just want to.
I know.
yeah,
Boo.
boo,
That's
boo.
right.
Boo. All right,
is
I'll
right.
join the boo for this one. That can't figure out anything without outside help. That's a
Ouch.
bold
That
question.
is-
It's a bold
That
question.
is a good question. Whomever asked it.
Yeah. From the
Rosewood
Twitterverse.
has gone through a depression. And the budget for the police department is next to null. So, what can we do?
Tell them.
They do have
One-
the best looking police department.
They do.
They really do.
But they all share one cop car.
One cop
Yes,
car.
there's only one.
Not easy.
How are they supposed to get anything done?
I have a question. So the girls were in prison,
Yes.
but then they weren't in prison.
Right.
They
So
were on
is
their way.
anybody looking for them?
Right.
They kept it out of the media on purpose because they didn't want people.
But
Love it. Go for it, girl.
thank you.
Please
I
explain.
think the character even said, like, we're keeping it out of the media. We don't want like a terror group going around and do vigilante.
That's right.
Yeah, now you remember. It's coming back.
Yes.
To you now.
Just to reiterate, because you don't have a mic on, we had an audience member say that we were wondering if basically, or saying that the police department didn't want it out there because of vigilantes and taking it upon yourself to come out in the community and go and find this person.
And I thank you for that.
I actually am a fan of. I mean, if Tanner is not A, which I'm granting you, just for a minute. But I really am a fan of any of the characters that are like that see. I mean, like the more the dishonesty there is, the more lying that there is. Really, just the worse it gets. I mean, like even I was even saying like you're even like whenever you guys were like, no, Caleb, run in the other room because the cops are here. It's like it doesn't, that's just, it's everybody just getting involved and feeling that they have to keep these secrets. When it's like what should probably happen is the girls should go to the cops and probably serve their time and then get out of jail and get on with their lives. But like,
so true.
but they won't. But that's it's this whole. It's this like what do you want to call it? Like
Web that can't.
it's a web of lies, a tissue of lies, and a bottleneck. It's like everything falls into the like. It just gets worse and worse and worse.
However, girls serve their time for what?
Well, I'm just saying, but what are they? If they're afraid of
Arya
it.
killed.
Rescue for what? I don't know.
No, I guess Mona wouldn't.
Arya
Whatever it is
killed
that gets
Mona
them
wouldn't
killed.
go to jail.
was
Nobody's
thinking about
dead.
Arya kills Shayna.
Yeah, so she probably should go to jail.
Shauna.
Whatever. Yeah.
But that was in self-defense,
But I mean,
and there's 3 witnesses.
but
And
they're
they're
all
all-
lying.
They're all lying.
And they're
5
all
years
lying.
of being a lawyer.
Tanner's not gonna
But
take their.
but I do like your character because she's just trying to figure out what the truth is. And like I mean, and you talk about the ineptitude of the police department, but that's because no one tells them anything. No one is giving them any
one's
help.
honest.
They're like
Yeah.
they're not like
Good point.
they have no. I mean, they're following every lead that they got, but no one tells them what's going on. No one
Yeah.
gives them any help.
Yeah. No, I agree
Well, it comes
totally.
from above. Leadership comes.
That is not. But Johnny does hate cops. I just want to say that.
Clearly.
So Will is a
Clearly,
fan,
yes.
but Johnny does not like cops.
See, I feel like
Johnny's got
you
history with
two
cops.
don't get along. You're like, I'm against the cops, and you
Yeah.
are for the cops till the end, and I love
That's
it.
that's the scene I
you know
want to
what?
see.
That's pushing it.
Yeah.
But,
That's
Yeah.
Pushing
The
it.
Rosewood cops.
Rosewood.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I'll make sure to specify Rosewood cops when I have it write my book about Pretty Little Liars. That's what I'm gonna do for sure. So that being said, let's talk a little bit about your favorite moments that you've ever been a part of on the show. Do you have a moment that kind of stands out, a fun, maybe behind the scenes moment that we didn't get to see all the fans from Pretty Little Liars?
Wow.
Oh. Well, there was one recently, actually, for me, because we celebrated Troyan's birthday on set. And I just thought, and she spoke to the cast and crew, and it was just so heartfelt and really sweet. It was a beautiful moment. I don't know. That was a sweet memory.
That's amazing, yeah. You guys all seem super close. You were all so excited to
it's
see
the best.
each other.
It's really, it's like we are blessed when we go to work. It's a great crew. It's a great cast.
That's a great crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, great cast.
You must work huge hours for everything. Yeah.
Not as hard as the crew works.
Yeah.
I mean, that crew is fantastic.
And they're all like so wonderful every step of the
know,
way.
they are.
Like no one was ever cranky, short, rude ever with me. And and they're on set 12, 14 plus hours.
Yeah. We come and do our thing and leave, but they're there.
Let's just give it up for the crew.
And catering.
Yes, Mike. Yes.
Great food. at
Mike
craft
and
service,
Jay.
I
like
know.
say.
Oh my gosh,
they do
they are
that right.
awesome.
I mean, I could,
think
love.
Like, I mean, most of my scenes were with Troyan, and I mean, like, I guess the coolest thing was just getting to know her, and she's such an incredible actress and such a cool person. I mean, we're all talking about T, but she's like, you know, I mean, I'm done mostly theater all my life. I've done like a little bit of film and television, and so like just being able to like to go and be so well taken care of by another actor, and like have someone who was like so available and so aware of what I was going to be processing, and like. And just being able to watch, I mean, I just stayed on set to watch people work because I wanted to learn. I mean, that was something I needed to learn more of. And so, like, and she was just, I mean, I remember, and I guess really getting to, like, I mean, T and I are really good friends, but getting to, like, fall in love with another actor in a way, and, like, getting to have those moments was just, like, it was just a joy because she's so present and she's so there and she takes such good care of me. And which served the dynamic because Johnny's a mess and, you know, Troy and Spencer's not, and so it all made sense. So I guess that was, I mean, we learned, I guess my favorite moment was learning the song Brooklyn Baby. They were wearing Lana Del Rey. We learned Brooklyn Baby together so we could play it on set. So that was fun. That was my favorite moment on set.
That's awesome. And have we seen the last of Johnny, or is he?
I don't know, man.
I
could use a
hope
job.
not.
We want him back so bad.
Make for a very Merry Christmas production office, just letting you know.
Yeah, actually, all of us, when Johnny came up, I know that everybody was like, no, but he's breaking up Toby. We were like, we're okay with it.
Yeah, we
love
were okay with it. Yep.
Yeah, that was actually, what was the Twitter reaction to that? Because you were breaking up, I feel like a fan favorite
It
couple
was
there.
virulent
Oh my God.
and severe, I will say. I mean, it was a real, I mean, it was funny because it wasn't funny at all. People
don't mess
hated
with the ships.
Hated me so
I know.
much.
Yeah.
They hated me so much.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Even Troy and I used to joke about it.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
I would make jokes and be like, Spencer can't end up with a cop, and she was like, I don't know, you know. But I don't know. It was pretty much everyone hates me, from what I've learned, except for like a small group of like Johnny fans,
With
which
us.
I'm very grateful for, and you guys. Oh, cool, awesome.
There
You
you
guys.
Represented.
I got really lucky with that character, though. I mean, he's such a cool little character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so quirky and neat and fun, and I get to do so much with him. And you know, I mean, I like that he doesn't have. I mean, so many of the dudes who are all good actors and awesome people, but their dudes are so straight faced. They're such straight, narrow guys in one way or another. And Johnny was allowed to be so. I remember the first day, the director came up to me and she was like, all the weird stuff that you're doing with your eyes and all that stuff, like just keep doing that. All the awkward, weird stuff, that seems to work for the camera. So I was like, all right, so I'll just keep being weird.
I'm so sorry I kicked you out.
I don't even remember it happening. Oh, we never filmed it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We never.
No, I really did actually want a scene with you.
I know,
though.
I did
really did. I
too.
met you in the read through, and you're so awesome. And I really wish that I thought that there was going to be a scene where between
know,
us
you never know.
because you know with the thing with your
Season-
you never.
season
Hey, I could
six.
use a job. No, but the whole the grandmother thing that was never explored. I mean you sued the retirement home for
Exactly.
my grandmother.
I know.
And like that was never explored. I wanted to hear more about that.
I wanted one scene with you.
I know. I'd take 8.
I got a scene with him.
We did a scene. Silent scene, a silent scene, but that was fun, right?
That was actually one of my favorite moments on set.
Me just spouting off a bunch of nonsense about that no one was ever going to hear. They weren't recording it.
But I'm supposed to be bringing him like muffins or something because he's hungry because he's working on this project and it's supposed to be like confusing. Like, does she like girls? Does she like guys? What you doing? And he takes the plate of muffins that I give him or whatever.
Like threw the muffin away, and I put all my screws on the.
Yes, and he like threw the food and then put screws on and just kept on talking like it was nothing.
But they cut it. They didn't do it.
I knew. I was going to say I don't remember that scene.
They cut the scene.
It was so.
We have
that's
actually.
tough.
They shot that like 3 or 4 times, and we always had something fun and cool happen in that little moment. And I was spouting off some kind of crap about art. Sorry, I love art. But it's stuff about art, and they cut all of it, which is fine, I guess.
It's okay.
We had our moment though.
We did.
Yeah.
It was a good moment.
Yeah, good. We also joined on the same day, so we met each other on our
that's
both
right,
had the same
yeah.
first date. So it was great.
And what was it like when you found out that you got that role? Like you're joining this, successful cast.
Oh my gosh, I remember exactly where I was. Both my manager and my agent called me. Like they only get together on the same call if it's good news.
Yeah.
And so it was really exciting. I was really excited to work with Shay because I met her at the chemistry read and like the producers and some of the writers.
Oh, there was a chemistry read?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't get one of those.
They do that
I didn't get a
sometimes.
chemistry
They
with
do
Troyan.
that sometimes.
Every now and then. But I mean, I'm sure they just wanted to see us, like how we looked together. But she just was so warm, and everybody in the room was so genuine and authentic. So I was really, really excited to be working with a team of people that love their job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it didn't change once I got on set. Everybody, it's so great. It was awesome.
I was backstage doing a play with a cuss word in the title, so I can't say it, but it's Stupid Bird. I was backstage and making $25
At Boston
a
Court?
show. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
You didn't see it, or else you would know that.
I would have. I'm sorry.
Boston Court, great theater, by the way, if you guys want to go see some awesome theater.
Yes.
And making $25 a show, which is no, we're not going to get into the 99-seat theater thing. If any of you guys know about that, so we're not going to. But and I was backstage, and and it was the same deal. They were both on the phone, which I always know is good news.
Exactly. You're like, yes.
They're like, "Will, are you there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they told me that I booked it, and it was fun. I didn't have a chemistry with Troyan, but I did find out that Troyan had talked to them about me from the play. That she had heard me doing this play, so she actually helped me get that job. Just so she's
I didn't know
I
that.
That's I got mad love for that girl. She is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you all know each other beforehand, or was that just like a shot in the dark kind of thing?
Because everyone was like, "Yeah, Troyan and Will, they worked together on a play or something." It's like, no, but she didn't see Stupid Bird, but she had heard about it, and she was the person who I think she recommended me, or she said something that
cool.
helped hit me.
I didn't know that.
So she's awesome. She always has my heart. So yeah.
That's great.
So cool. That's really sweet.
That moved us all. We're like,
Forget about it. Forget about everything. Will and Troyan.
Got a wonderful fiance, dude. But she loves theater. That was what we talked about all the time, was doing theater. We talked about and she's great, but she loves theater. She's a great theater actor, and she actually was doing a show at Boston Court. Had to quit that to go do Pretty Little Liars.
Oh wow!
Which was funny, and but we talked about all kinds of cool stuff. We talked about possibly working together on something, but that's like in the future.
There's a lot more. I think she's going to do a lot more theater eventually.
That depends on some things. Well, this would be a film. But,
this would be a film.
Yeah, called Lackadaisical Baby.
Well, that's amazing.
And Emily Weiss does. Well, but it depends on many things. Don't go there and start saying that.
Too late.
I know. We're live.
That would be awesome.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. Have a campaign.
No, I don't think I was supposed to say that. No, that's really. She would kill me if she thought that I.
We didn't hear the title. We'll just say we want to see more of you two together.
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
However
any
that.
way.
Yes.
However
she's
that
super cool.
manifests itself.
Exactly. And I feel like your character, Johnny, really did break up the stupidest ship name. I'm sorry, Spoby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Ezria makes sense to me. Haley makes sense to me.
Spoby?
Spoby.
I like Spoby.
I kind of like
I
it
don't
too.
like
It's
it.
I
funny.
kind of do.
I don't.
I don't know.
Better, I don't know.
I don't.
I'm not sure that Spawny is better than Spoby, though. I mean, I feel like,
Like
I mean,
Scooby Doo. I don't.
That's what I think of too. That's what I think of too. But for some reason, I just don't like it. Maybe I need to. I don't know.
Did you get a lot of hate as well?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I bet.
Especially at first. Everybody thought I was annoying. They thought Talia was nosy. They were like, leave the holes in Emily's shirt alone. Seriously. But then, slowly but surely, I was actually really surprised. A lot of people on Twitter really started coming around. They were on the hot tamale train.
I never trusted Talia.
Yeah, no, a lot of people didn't trust. Yeah, didn't
Well, you
trust
shouldn't.
me.
She's married.
I don't think. I feel like I would like love
yeah,
to come
that's-
back on the show, but I don't think that anything can like bust up Spoby. I feel like it's. I mean,
Yes.
and that's just from like the experience I've had on Twitter and on things like. It's
don't
just,
know.
It's
Lies.
solid.
I
No.
thought
I was
Johnny
saying,
could.
I
I
was
was-
telling Roma, I'm like, it's not real for all the relationships to work out. And then she reminded me that
Maybe
this
Halo.
show is so real.
But he's just
You are so
handsome. I mean, even for me, I'm like,
Thank
God,
you.
he's a handsome dude. I mean, like,
I feel
I was
like-
sitting there on set at that coffee table, being like, God, he is handsome. Acting, sorry, I have to act. Just, I mean, like, anyway.
I feel like Haleb's the one that's gonna make it through.
Oh no.
Yes!
No.
They've been through so much in their own
You don't think
lives.
so?
You should know that we are an Ezria panel.
Yes.
So your relationship is going to work out. It's gonna be there.
100%.
And what a rough beginning to that relationship.
Yeah.
What a rough, illegal beginning. to
Yeah,
that
we're just gonna
like, what an incredibly.
We just, pretend that
moved
didn't
on
happen.
past that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not her teacher anymore. She's 18 apparently.
But he
it's okay.
was. He was.
I
It's
know, but
okay.
that's a little bit.
And I will say, man, that
matter.
stuff.
Oh, that's
I
so
think
in
that
the
if when you have, it's hot, but that stuff
We
comes
know
back
why.
to bite you a little later on.
Oh, that's right.
Pennsylvania.
You
Just
know
tell
why?
me
Yes.
why.
Actually, yeah, in Pennsylvania, the age of consent is 16.
Oh.
And that's why they can
yeah.
get away with it. I don't know.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah. If you still
Listen, I
feel
encourage
good
all Pennsylvania
about
teachers
this
not to date 16-year-old girls. Listen, like if you're out there, I'm just
Yes.
saying, like if you're listening, just I encourage.
I
not
mean,
to
if
do
it's
that.
anyone else, but not for them.
Not for them.
They're
They're
the
different.
exception.
I was gonna say exception to the rule.
Pennsylvania, what a place to be alive. I'm sure it's awesome on there.
I was gonna say, I was like, maybe that's a discussion for another time.
You all just want to be ignorant. They're like, forget
I know.
about it.
They're in
Go
love.
back and watch that first episode and that makeout scene in the
I know.
bathroom. You will be on board.
It was really great.
But
it
Ian has the best sense of humor about that. By the
Yeah,
way.
he's
And I'm not gonna. He's made a lot of really funny jokes about that to me. But yeah,
I love Ian.
Yeah.
I
I
do.
love it.
great.
He
He's
cracks me
hilarious.
up.
He's
Cracks me
hilarious.
up all the time.
I wouldn't arrest him.
Yeah. He's got a face that looks like he was one of the original members in the Mickey Mouse Club. Doesn't he?
He does have creepy.
Yeah.
That's another thing people. I don't know if people know that Keegan is so funny. I mean, he's so serious on the show, but he's such a funny dude. And we had so much fun. We only had our one scene together, but he was cracking me up. I told you we would like drive around this police car and it was fun. Anyway, whatever. Not a good story, but I had fun with him. And he was really funny, and I hope that people know that he's like a funny dude. I mean, so anyway, that's all.
Ian Harding did a feature, and everyone should go check it out on BuzzFeed. If A was in your office, what that would look like in your
funny.
at
I
your
have to
cubicle, and what he would post or she would post on your computer screen, what have you. And it is so great. And he ran around, I believe, the BuzzFeed New York office, so something to definitely check out there.
So cool.
Yeah. Really, I was just like, oh, this is a really fun, didn't give me any clues for A when I was doing the research today, but I was super excited about the article. That being said, I want to talk about your favorite Pretty Little Liars moment to watch, either one that you've been in or maybe one that you were not a part of.
I know the answer to that immediately, but no, go ahead. No.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but the first one that comes to mind, I really, really loved your two daughters when Spencer went to London for the interview, and they just had that heart-to-heart talk. I don't know, maybe it's just because I only have one sister and just them coming together. They had been through so much. I really loved it.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite
That was
moments.
sweet. That was a sweet scene.
Yeah, it was so, and both of them are just fabulous actresses. Like, yeah, everyone in your family, everyone on the show, but
Your family got some good actors in it, though, I gotta say. You, Nolan.
Aww.
The Hastings
Trillian.
family is a very strong crew altogether.
Aw, thank you.
seriously.
Yeah, we have fun together. We really do. It's an awesome group. I mean, they're just. Nolan is hysterical.
Hysterical.
I mean,
And I've
so
played all of
funny.
his video games.
I know.
Every one of his video games.
My husband was so thrilled that I was working with him because he's a huge fan of his video games. But yeah, he's hysterical. He does like Christopher Walken impressions and Al Pacino's the best impressions ever. He's hysterical, keeps us laughing.
I have one
Best
more
moments.
moment.
I'm trying to think of best moments.
Yes, the dance, the freaking dance scene.
In this last episode?
No.
With Hannah? And
Yes.
Oh,
Hannah
my
and
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Give it up
Hannah, yes.
for Ashley Benson just letting it
Choreography,
go.
Ashley
She was
God.
living.
That was so,
so amazing.
That was so real. That was
Yes.
so real.
And then
Oh my
Shay
gosh.
was just so good. Like,
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We were like,
She was just feeling it, man. She was
Right?
just
Like,
feeling it. I mean,
yeah,
she was working
flash
something
dance all
out.
of a
I mean,
sudden.
that was
Yeah. Hi, pussycat. Like, where have you been?
just that shot of her with the. She was going for it.
It was
Yeah.
so good. So those are that. Okay, now
What
I'm
are your
done.
favorite moments?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I really love the shower scene with Caleb, and that was just their. No, I mean just their relationship. Oh boy, that's gonna get me in trouble, isn't it? No, their relationship. That moment was so real and cute and genuine. That's why. Let's be clear. I'm married. And I love the scene between Arya and Ezra in the snow, up when she thinks he's A.
On the ski lift?
And the ski lift, yeah. I thought that was a great scene. I thought she was wonderful in that.
And a favorite for you?
There's so many. I can't really pick one.
You couldn't choose? Not even possibly.
No.
I once found. Oh, go ahead. No,
No,
sorry.
no,
I thought you were done. No, I found a meme, not a meme, a GIF of Troyan going, and that's just Spencer slutting it up, and I just and I sent it to her, and we just watched it like 17 times in a row. So that has to be my favorite moment to watch. It's just her doing that, and that's just Spencer. I don't know. She just nailed that moment. So that was my favorite moment to watch. It's not.
from?
I don't remember. I don't know what episode it's from.
What is that?
But I just found this thing where it's something to do with the way she's dressing or whatever. I have no idea what season it's from. I have no idea.
I feel like it's recent because she kissed all these guys. She
Yeah.
got around.
That was it. Was something
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something about that.
Yeah.
Sauce that they were drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Spencer
funny.
slutting it up.
Right.
But we just, it was fun to laugh.
Man, I totally love that type of thing. I want to also ask you one more question before we jump into audience questions here and talk about what's up next for you all. Some of you still doing Pretty Little Liars stuff. Others of you I know are doing some theater things. I want to hear what's up next for you.
I am going to New York
Don't all jump in at once.
this summer. I'm going to New York this summer to produce and act in a play called The 20th Century Way that I have been working on. I've been produced. I mean, it is not my play. It was written by a brilliant man named Tom Jacobson, and it's a two-person show. It's going on with Rattlestick Theater this summer, and myself, Tom Jacobson, the playwright, Michael McKetty, the director, who also is directing Figaro, the play that I'm in right now in Pasadena, and Robert Mamana, the other actor in the show, have been pushing this play uphill for about 5 years now. We finally got an off-Broadway run with Rattlestick. We're very excited. And so if you guys are, and it's very dark, and if you're into that, then come and check it out this summer.
These are Pretty Little Liars fans you're talking to.
They get dark.
Maybe you should read a synopsis first. But yeah,
There's dark and then there's dark.
there's dark and then there's
Darker.
dark.
I was going to say, there's ABC Family Dogs.
Yeah, but it's a very cool play, and I'm very proud of it. I'm very excited that it's
Sounds awesome.
going up. It's been hard work.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I will be shooting a Wes Craven film
That's awesome.
Thank you. In April, at the end of April. And then I also was fortunate enough to have a recurring role on a HBO show that they're being really secretive about everything. But if you do some detective work, you'll find
Down there
it's
is you need to look
true.
I like that.
You did a really, really bad job of keeping
I know.
Congratulations, that's
Yeah,
great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I do love that our audience, it was just like an immediate out with the phones. So great.
No! Hey, stop it!
Yes. And what about you, Lesley?
Oh, let's see.
Pretty Little Liars. fun,
Well,
and
I begin work on April 1st for the season 6.
that's what we want to hear. Woo,
I know.
Season
I
6.
can't
So
wait.
excited. And
Yeah, I'm in it too.
She's the very first episode.
Yeah. So we started shooting today. I think it was today.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
And I do a web series too.
Hysterical.
Yeah, it's called The Oversharer. And it's
funny.
really fun.
sounds
So check that out too.
yeah.
What is your
Yeah.
character
And you are
like?
definitely not the overshare,
No.
correct?
How did you guess?
No, I'm not. I listen to The Oversharer. Yeah.
Right.
So you know
It's really
the
funny.
oversharer's secrets, maybe?
There are many.
There are many.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you get to be outrageous or
No, I'm not outrageous.
okay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
She's just enrageous.
Yeah.
Not
Just
outrageous.
keeping it in. Keeping it
It's
raging.
very funny.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
check
fun.
that out.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
amazing.
Cool.
And let's take it to the audience. I'm so excited. Does anyone have a big question for us to start out with? And JC's got a mic, so I'm gonna.
Hi.
So a show that culminates with such a big reveal at the end of, we're going to find out eventually the reasoning behind everything. I guess my question is, as actors on the show, is it like bittersweet? Do you want to know who A is, but then it'll be over? Or kind of, are you waiting it out, excited to find more secrets and things? And yeah.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Well, you're going to find
It's going to end up being you because of everything you
I
said.
know.
That's true.
Sorry, that was.
Go ahead.
There, it was coming to you. Sorry, go.
I'm excited. I want to know. I watch it just like everybody else. I'm excited. And I'm patient enough. I don't know. Some people are so want to know right now. It's like I'm okay.
Welcome to our panel.
Yes. I'm okay. I'm okay. Trying to figure it out.
No, yeah, I feel like I am pretty easygoing with a lot of things. I meditate, I am peaceful, but no, I want to know now. I want to know. I'm so upset with, I really thought with this episode that at least we were going to see a face.
All I need is a face. I don't need any more information.
But that is everything, though.
I really thought we were going to learn one member of the team. I didn't think we were going to get the whole puzzle, but I thought we were getting some of the puzzle pieces, and it feels like we just got like the box with the puzzle pieces in it, but not.
I actually feel like the Mona reveal was a bigger reveal than this reveal.
Agreed.
I agree.
Because we were told, oh, this is going to be the biggest reveal. But I'm like, I got more information from when Mona was A than I did this time.
They may have set our expectations too high, admittedly. That we were just like, we
At the
really
end of the show,
want.
we were like,
we were
I
like watching
know.
the clock and we're like, this is the end.
this is not the end. It's not the end.
Right.
Wait, okay, so wonder if Mona still is A.
But no.
I mean,
I don't think so.
No. I don't think so.
I think that would be a little too like.
She's cast that torch.
Really, we learned that in season 11, in season 3, and now we're at like 24, and we're just figuring out.
And there's 2 more seasons.
Right, there's two.
No,
Yeah.
that's so crazy. Like, what's going
Makes
to
you
happen?
think
in the
what's
next-
going to happen.
Which
Right.
drives me crazy because that just means it's going to be dragged out longer. I'm like, 2 more seasons?
Seriously? If we got them every week, I would be like, I can handle that. But since there's breaks, I can't do that.
I do kind of want the
shoot
big
25
A
a year.
reveal in some ways, or not the final episode. I want like a few episodes to figure out what it all means and like have it play out. I don't want it to be like How I Met Your Mother, where you get the very end and you're just like, oh, I wanted more from that.
A fan tweeted us though that they think that it would be interesting for the A reveal when we actually like see his face to come from A's point of view. So we see, I think that would be so interesting.
Yeah.
To see it.
That would be.
We'll just see it from his side instead of their side, and that's how we figure it out.
I agree.
Yeah, playing with the
Oh, actually, nope. I just understood what you said, and that's even cooler.
It just gets cooler.
Just keeps getting
Just
cooler.
keeps on getting better.
I would love if we played with the point of view. That like in one, segment of the show we had it be from the girl's perspective and from the other A. It would be really interesting to see kind of both sides of it for sure.
Totally.
And do we have another audience question? Love this.
What's your favorite fan theory about who A is?
Me. It's my favorite fan theory. I'm just saying that. There's no truth to it, but I like the theory.
There is a theory that it's you?
Like, I don't know if I would call that a theory, but a couple people have yelled that on my Instagram. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Could have been. It could all be Johnny's Demented Art project. That's something I played.
Good. Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know.
I heard a good one about Ren that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because there were some words along the way that were British words. That was the theory, that some words along the way that A used were, yeah.
Well, Marlene King always talks about it going back to Radley, and Ren, you start to think about who was at Radley. And Ren, there's only a lot of people have been in the mental institution for one for one community, but that being said, you can start to like eliminate and be like, well, who was involved and how do we play that out? So it's interesting to think about. And could I have one more fan question maybe? Yeah, that's awesome.
Fun little fact, you and me shared the same birthday last November 23rd.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday. 5 months.
So my question is, with season 6 around the corner, what would you guys like to see happen, like in season 6, or maybe just for your characters?
I want to know who A is.
It'd be great to reveal who A is and then spend the last season dismantling it.
Yes.
Figuring out how that happened. That would be awesome. That's just my 2 cents.
And then just to see them end happy. I want to see them like end happy at graduation, throwing their caps and going off to college happy. That's like a good ending for me.
For season 6?
No, not season 6.
Okay.
But like the end of the series.
Okay.
I'd love for them to do a little bit about what Johnny's life is like living in a van down by the river. Because apparently that's what he's been doing since he left.
Oh no!
He's like, I'm living in a. I mean, that's.
No, same with Talia. She just went.
Where? Like,
I know. Where did she go? I know.
She's in a hotel
He hasn't had a shower for days. He's like.
Maybe they're getting together now.
Yeah, they teamed up, and they're a part of the A team because Rosewood did them so wrong.
Maybe. Yeah, I like that.
I like it too. I think that could be a whole spin-off though onto itself, like the Talia, and it just would be an amazing story.
Oh my gosh, and
Jalia.
Jalia. Giuliani.
Giuliani. Oh my gosh, that's too good.
It's really good.
Giuliani.
Oh, that is, that's.
That's the name of the show.
Our audience is loving it.
And Talia's husband, he was. You guys, I thought he was so good. Just random. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Matt
he had,
Marquez.
Like 3 lines though.
I know, but
Like I was like, did I miss a scene with him?
no, I just the scene with him and Emily. I just thought that the way that it was written, it would have been very easy for him as an actor to have attacked Emily.
I thought he was a little cocky.
No, I really thought that he was really sincere. Like, I love her, and I'm just gonna keep on doing that because, like, we're married. I don't know. I just thought he did it. I loved him.
I like that. I actually know what you're talking about. I like that scene too. I thought he was great in that little moment. I did.
Yeah.
I noted that he had a really great moment.
You had a very attractive husband.
Right? Was it? I know how to pick him. Even if I'm not like super attracted to him, I guess. I know how to pick him.
So I want to ask you guys about what's happening next for your characters in season 6? I guess you two at the end of the panel. Do you have any kind of thoughts or season 5?
You know, they keep me in the dark.
In the dark.
Yeah, and so
They keep us all in the dark.
I can't even get the script to learn the lines, so I'm really kept in the dark.
She called me the other day. She said, "Are we gonna get a script? How can this be?"
How close to shooting do you get the scripts?
Well, a little bit, but this one's unusual.
Oh, okay.
So, no, pretty much, you know.
They're just they're having to be more
Right, highly
protective
guarded.
of the
So I have no idea. That's the answer. What's
Can
going
you
to
tell
happen?
us if today, if you were like in the police station, or were you out? Maybe.
Oh.
Wait, but you just said that they started shooting today. You didn't say you worked today.
I didn't work today.
Oh, you didn't work today.
No.
Okay.
See, the thing is, oftentimes you find out stuff that you go, "Gosh, I wish I knew that because that would have completely changed that scene."
Yeah.
Because we just don't know. We don't know until it happens. They keep it really well.
I didn't know that I was going to be Talia's love interest. I didn't know I was going to be Emily's love interest. I didn't know that I was going to be, I didn't know that Talia was married until like on set that day that we started shooting. And one of the writers was like, I think we should probably tell her. Yeah, so I totally can relate.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
You're like, well, that would have changed everything.
Yeah, that would have informed a couple.
But I like not knowing.
I do too. Yeah.
I like not knowing.
Yeah, there's a thing that comes from the sort of like the improvisational nature of having to suddenly incorporate this element, and
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of dig that. I do,
Yeah.
as an actor.
With that, let's jump into a little bit of news and gossip that we have. We've gone over some of it over the course of our hour-long, crazy long after show today. But Marlene King talked about this episode that it was going to break Twitter, and I feel like our audience would agree with that for sure. And that it's an episode that's not just shocking and action-packed and scary as hell, it's demented and emotional, which I thought was just an amazing quote. I think there are many, many things that are going to feel new to our fans, and that's what's so exciting about it. It's the most important episode we've done so far, which makes me want to re-watch this episode 100 times and like go for all the clues.
I think once we rewatch it again and we can pause certain things, we'll see a lot more clues, I think, than we saw just watching it completely through. Because normally we stop and pause it and kind of analyze things, but tonight we just watched it straight through. So it's a little different.
And doesn't that create more questions though too?
Exactly, it does.
And I want to also say that she talks about that this is the most sophisticated and most ambitious and by far the most edgy episode to date. Is that how you felt when you were filming it, with that it was the edgiest one to date?
Because we were there for that last scene, right?
It didn't feel edgy. I'll tell you.
All right. Correct your executive producer.
No. That's not what I mean. What I mean, because you're talking about a scene when I had to interrogate them. It was late at night, and we couldn't stop laughing.
We were there for that last bit with when the girls were enclosed and shooting that. That definitely
was
seemed
edgy.
different.
My favorite part was when Tanner puts her hand on Caleb's shoulder and he was like,
pushes it off.
Get it off me.
But I do know something, that this season Caleb and all right, never mind.
something happens with Caleb.
You did that on purpose.
No, I swear to you, I didn't.
That's awesome.
They sent you from the studio, didn't they? That's exactly what's going on right now.
Sorry.
That was amazing.
That was close.
Makes me just want to
love
know
it.
so much more.
Well, at least I know it has something to do with Caleb, so I feel like my theory is totally working.
Hannah's like everything I've ever wanted.
Y'all
It's
just
done.
fueled me today.
Yes. With that might be the perfect transition into our predictions for next season. I feel like I want Hannah to jump in.
Yeah, you're going first tonight.
Yeah,
Well, I still think Toby and Caleb are part of the team, and I think that Charles is Andrew, and it's obviously Jason's twin, and that I think the Hastings are involved in some degree. I don't think Spencer is, but I think if it is a twin, then the Hastings are. Especially the Padre, because that butcher knife, I felt like.
Yeah,
I was with you. I had him on my own.
Yeah. And then that's it.
yeah.
Heather, any predictions?
Yeah, I'm going to go kind of off of what you said, I definitely think Andrew is Jason's twin. I think he was the other kid in that scene. Because we only saw Andrew for such a short amount of time tonight, and it was kind of a shady moment where he's, listening in on conversations, kind of puts him over to that shady list once again. And I feel like because we didn't see him outside anywhere other than that one scene, it was a perfect opportunity for him to be, you know, manipulating the dollhouse.
Yeah. And Kristin?
I don't think that Andrew, I don't know. I don't really think that Andrew's as involved as we think, or else I just, that was too much like, here's Andrew.
That's true.
I feel like that's too much to give me when A was kind of being all sketchy. I don't know. I think that there's someone else. I do think Andrew's involved in some way, but I think that this Charles De Laurentiis character might be someone different.
I like that. I like that idea. And any predictions? I know we almost had a big reveal, but on our own after show. But any other thoughts on season 6 from either fan or coming back? What do you think's gonna happen?
I just had a thought that because you were saying how Andrew might not be A, but is involved. But didn't A killed Allison's mom?
Apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe
He's
it's
mad he
De
got sent
Laurentiis.
away.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's been A the whole time.
That's what I think.
Really? Yeah.
That who's been A?
Mrs. De Laurentiis.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Interesting.
Well, then I'm gonna go with whatever you say.
It all goes back to
Interesting.
the De Laurentiis
Right?
family.
But she's dead.
Is she?
I know. There's so many. I know. There's so many fake deaths.
And
Yeah,
She
and
was
they,
pretty dead.
well, and it would make sense where Allison got it.
Yeah.
All the
Although,
manipulation.
I guess if whoever this Charles De Laurentiis character, it would make sense that he was in Radley, because we know that Miss De Laurentiis was on the board of Radley. So that, I mean, obviously you're going to be on the board of, like, somewhere that your secret kid is in.
Yes.
Or but
that
not
is true.
obviously, but maybe. If you're
Yeah.
a good person.
I'm feeling pretty strong about this.
Yeah.
I feel like now I'm just gonna question out the whole De Laurentiis family. That's where I'm at.
As you should.
As I clearly should. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you being here. Have you on and get a little more scoop on Pretty Little Liars, and thank you to our studio audience.
Yes!
And thank you to the team at AfterBuzz as well for making this all possible. And you can of course subscribe to YouTube, to AfterBuzz on youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. And you can find them on Twitter at AfterBuzzTV. And you can find me at Stephanie Wenger.
You can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange and on Instagram at Kristin Aubrey Strange.
And you all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Heather Joy Smith.
And guys, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, both at the Will Bradley.
Both Instagram and Twitter, Miss Mayo Aldeo, MS Mayo Aldeo.
Love it.
Lesley Fera on Twitter and LFera23.
Yeah.
Ms. Roma Maffia, double F on
She always
Twitter.
asks me. I don't know.
Miss Roma Maffia, double F.
Ms.
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 Ms. Roma Maffia.
I like it. We're the
Well,
Mrs.
thank you again so much, and we will be sure to see you all, follow you all on Twitter, and thank you all for watching and hanging out with us, and we'll be back next season with more Pretty Little Liars.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.